Have you ever wondered what your life would look like if you weren't born where you are now, but instead in Azerbaijan? Not as a tourist, not as someone scrolling through Baku's futuristic skyline or admiring the flame towers, but as someone who actually woke up there every single day. What if your entire life, your opportunities, your challenges, your dreams, your reality, was shaped by a country sitting between East and West, between tradition and modernity, between wealth and struggle? A nation where oil money built a glowing metropolis, but rural villages still feel stuck in time. A country with Soviet roots, Turkic culture, Muslim identity, and a unique worldview shaped by history, conflict, and geography. Some things would amaze you, some things would frustrate you, and some things might even make you appreciate your current life more than ever. Let's find out. You're born in a country of 10 million people, slightly bigger than Austria, sitting by the Caspian Sea. Your hometown could be Baku, with its high-tech architecture and glowing skyline, Ganja with its Soviet apartment blocks, or a small mountain village where life moves slowly and everyone knows your family's story. Education is free and mandatory through secondary school. Azerbaijan inherited a strong emphasis on literacy from Soviet times. The literacy rate hovers near 100%. Lessons are in Azerbaijani, a language that shares rhythm and vocabulary with Turkish, though Russian remains common among older generations and in some business circles. English is becoming more important every year, especially in Baku's private schools and in businesses that deal with international partners. But quality varies dramatically. Elite schools in the capital can feel modern and well-resourced, offering extracurriculars and language programs. Rural schools often lack basic supplies, struggle with heating in winter, and have fewer teachers. If you're lucky and your family values education, you might receive private tutoring, go to a prestigious university, and travel abroad. If not, your options narrow early. You'd grow up surrounded by tangible reminders of a vanished empire. The Soviet footprint is everywhere. Apartment blocks with identical balconies, wide tree-lined avenues, old monuments, and bureaucratic systems that still echo Soviet habits. Your parents might tell you stories about ration lines or stable state jobs. They may compare past stability to modern unpredictability. That memory shapes expectations. Older generations often prioritize steady employment and public sector jobs, while younger people chase flexibility, freelance income, and global opportunity. Azerbaijan is rich in natural resources. Oil and gas transformed the capital into a polished, modern metropolis. Baku's glass towers and waterfront promenades could make you feel like you're living in a mini Dubai. Yet those lights hide a truth. The money rarely trickles down evenly. Average salaries sit around $400 to $600 a month. Teachers and public servants often earn closer to $200 or $300. Rural wages can be much lower. If you work directly in the energy sector or for a multinational firm, you could earn substantially more, sometimes thousands a month. But those opportunities are limited and often tied to connections. Housing in central Baku demands a heavy portion of income. A decent one-bedroom downtown may cost $400 to $700 monthly. Outside the city center, rent drops, but remains a factor. Food is affordable in local markets. Fresh produce, bread, and seasonal fruits keep meals within reach. A good casual meal out can cost $3 to $5. The metro system is clean and efficient, and a monthly pass is cheap. Still, the visual gap between lavish shopping streets and struggling neighborhoods is hard to miss. Healthcare remains a mixed picture. Public hospitals offer basic care, but private clinics provide faster and higher quality treatment at a cost. Informal payments, sometimes called gifts, still appear in the system, a burden for many families. A medical emergency can quickly become a financial crisis. You learn early. Health matters and private options are expensive. Daily life includes a measured sense of constraint. Internet is widespread, smartphones are common, and youth culture is online, but political discourse has limits. Criticism of authorities can attract trouble. Some social media platforms face intermittent restrictions. You'd learn to read the room, to keep certain debates private, and to understand which conversations are safe in public spaces. It's not a constant fear for most people, but the boundaries are felt. Family is the center. If you grew up here, your extended family would be woven into daily life. Grandparents nearby, cousins like siblings, aunts and uncles offering advice and sometimes control. Hospitality is a cultural cornerstone. Guests receive endless tea in pear-shaped glasses, plates piled high with plov, dolma, kebabs, and pastries. Refusing food can be taken as an insult. Celebrations are loud, lengthy, and generous. That closeness brings warmth and security, but it also limits privacy and promotes obligations. Gender shapes the horizon of possibilities. In Baku, many women attend university, work in offices, run small businesses, and take leadership roles. But traditional expectations persist, especially in rural areas. Women still often bear household responsibilities alongside careers. Men generally enjoy more freedom of movement and fewer social restrictions. Yet a new generation of women is reshaping the landscape. Entrepreneurs, engineers, artists, and activists are carving out space and changing social norms. Culturally, Azerbaijan is a layered tapestry. Secular governance layered over Muslim cultural practices, Turkic language and customs blended with Persian and Russian influences. Novruz, the ancient spring festival, embodies this hybrid identity. Fire jumping, fresh greens, special foods, and communal renewal. You'd live in a society where nightclubs and modern art galleries can exist alongside centuries-old tea houses and family rituals. Work life teaches the value of networks. Tanışlık, knowing the right people, opens doors. Merit matters, but connections still play a major role in hiring, promotions, and university placements. Oil and gas jobs are prized. The energy sector grants high salaries and advantages. Outside energy, entrepreneurship grows slowly. Cafes, small shops, startups, but bureaucracy, permits, and the occasional corruption toll complicate progress. Many young Azerbaijanis turn to freelancing, remote work, and international clients to bypass local limits and earn better rates. Geography offers breathtaking beauty. Mud volcanoes, snowy peaks, subtropical lowlands, Caspian beaches, ancient petroglyphs, and fields of wildflowers. Yet paradoxically, many locals rarely explore the country. Travel costs time and money. A family may only afford a single trip a year, and some never travel beyond their region. You might see stunning landscapes only in photos, while your daily life remains tied to neighborhood routines. Politics and memory shape daily identity. The Aliyev family has held central power for decades, shaping governance and public life. Opposition voices exist but face constraints. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict left deep scars, displacement, loss, and a strong element of national pride mixed with grief. Military service is mandatory for men, forging bonds but sometimes leaving traumatic legacies. These realities influence conversations, education, and the stories passed down in families. Youth culture is vibrant and globally connected. Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, trends travel fast. Azerbaijani music blends mugam with pop, and film and theater scenes are active. Yet artists sometimes confront limits when addressing politically sensitive themes. Still, creativity finds outlets. Street art, underground music, and theater communities continue to produce powerful work. Everyday difficulties are present. Stagnant salaries, bureaucratic obstacles, pockets of corruption, and impatient youth dreaming of moving abroad. But the social fabric is strong. Neighbors help neighbors, relatives pool resources, and communities respond in crises. hospitality, humor, and perseverance are everyday tools for survival. Beyond the facts, imagine the small everyday scenes that become normal. Mornings start with strong tea and warm flatbread. Children in uniforms rush to metro stations. Elders gather to reminisce in parks. Weekend bazaars spill over with pomegranates and Caspian fish. You learn vendors' names and their stories. Remittances from relatives abroad, money sent back from Turkey, Russia, or Europe, fund home renovations, medical care, and last-minute needs. Diaspora networks and small tech hubs in Baku help talented young people find remote work, and cafes double as informal co-working spaces. These microeconomies quietly reshape lives. Identity in Azerbaijan is a careful patchwork. Family rituals, language choices, food, music, holiday customs, military memories, and migration stories all stitch together who you become. Major choices: take a job in oil, accept family pressure on marriage, migrate for better pay, or stay to care for elders, carry emotional weight and are negotiated with relatives. Each decision shapes your future in ways visible and subtle. So before you scroll to the next video, pause. Think about the invisible forces shaping life where you were born. Which details surprised you most about Azerbaijan? The role of oil, strict family expectations, the blend of secular governance and deep culture, or the beauty people rarely see? Drop one line in the comments with the single most surprising fact. If you want more, suggest which city or theme we should explore next. Baku's skyline, Sheki's forests, Kuba's highlands, education systems, women in urban centers, or the legacy of Nagorno-Karabakh. Vote now. Your choice decides our next deep dive. Also, if you found this eye-opening, hit like and subscribe. There's a series coming with on-the-ground footage, interviews, and visual maps. Share this video if it changed how you think about birthplace and opportunity. I'll pin a starter list of articles, books, and interviews in the description for anyone wanting deeper reading. Finally, tell us, would you trade your life to be born here? Yes or no, and why? I read every comment and will reply to most thoughtful ones. But here's the final question most people never ask. If you were born in Azerbaijan, how would it change who you are? Because countries don't just shape your lifestyle, they shape your psychology. Growing up in a place where uncertainty is normal builds a certain kind of resilience. You learn to adapt quickly, to solve problems creatively, to rely on your community when systems fail. You grow up valuing stability, family loyalty, and practical goals over abstract ambitions. And whether you realize it or not, these traits follow you throughout your life. If you were raised here, you'd likely carry a deep respect for elders, a strong sense of cultural pride, and an instinct to protect family unity. You might also feel pressure to meet expectations, graduate, get a respectable job, marry at a proper age. These social norms can feel heavy, yet they also create a sense of belonging many people in Western countries quietly envy. At the same time, Azerbaijan's contradictions would become part of your personal compass. You'd understand what it means to live in a country that is modern on the surface, but still anchored in tradition. You'd feel the gap between aspiration and reality, the tension between ambition and limitation. That friction, sometimes frustrating, sometimes motivating, can create remarkably driven individuals. Many young Azerbaijanis succeed abroad precisely because they grew up learning how to survive difficult systems with persistence and creativity. So ask yourself, would this environment make you stronger? Would it sharpen your discipline, deepen your empathy, or push you to explore the world beyond your borders? Or would you feel trapped, constantly dreaming of a life elsewhere? There's no right answer, only perspective. And perspective is the purpose of Life Atlas. If you want more videos like this, deep, honest, unfiltered explorations of real life around the world, make sure you subscribe. Comment where you want to be born next. Kazakhstan, Mexico, Japan, Morocco, Brazil, or somewhere completely unexpected. Your choice becomes the next chapter.